Alright, let's keep going with my black, blue, green Infect Minicube that I built a while back, and I'm looking through it. I haven't looked through these cards in a while, but I really love Scars of Mirrodin block. And as I was mentioning in the previous video, and as Mark Rosewater has intelligently mentioned, Infect is parasitic, and so when I pulled all these Infect cards from the Scars of Mirrodin block cards that I pulled for various packs, a whole box of Scars of Mirrodin itself, all the decks, the precons from New Phyrexia. I bought a lot on eBay with all of them. I said, you know, you either play with all of them and you make them all into an Infect Minicube, or you don't play any of them. So that's what I did. Okay, so equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Infect. Also, I forgot to mention, I did forget to say in the last video when I was talking about, hold on a second. In the last video, I was showing Phyrexian Juggernaut. And the thing that's really interesting about Phyrexian Juggernaut is it's not just that it takes up where Juggernaut from Alpha that has been printed in 1,000 core sets is the basically sign. It is just like it. It attacks each turn of Able. And think of a scenario that is almost impossible, but you can do it. Maybe not in this cube. If you have a black removal deck with this thing in it, you make your opponent discard like crazy, and you kill off all their creatures. This thing is a 2-turn clock, right? First time it hits, 5 poison counters. Second time it hits, you win. Of course, that's almost never going to happen, but it's kind of cool. Okay. Anyways, let's keep going. Necropede, it's a 2/1/1 Infect. Of course, the versatility of mana for artifacts makes them that they usually are 1 more in the casting cost than the power toughness, especially when they're square. So it'll be like a 2/1/1, 3/2/2, 4/3/3, and so on. Life Wire Lash gives it +2/+0. And when it becomes a target of a spell, this creature deals 2 damage to target creature or player. That's not bad. Viridian Claw gives a creature +1/0 and first strike. Calling dies. Sacrifice a creature. You put a counter on it. You have black in here, so you can do that. And then when you sacrifice it, you draw a card for each one of those counters. So you're basically drawing a card for each creature you sacrifice to boost this thing. Crafted Exoskeleton. The equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Infect. That's super nice, because then you can put something in your Infect deck that has nothing to do with the Scars of Mirrodin block. But now it'll have Infect. But for equipped 2, so you're paying 6 mana for that. Oh, I didn't know I had this card in here. Yeah, this is definitely a great card. Sword of War and Peace. I think it's gotten reprinted in one of the. Did it in Modern Masters? One of them. It's got +2/+2 the creature, and it has protection from red and from white. Whenever the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, it deals combat equal. The damage is equal to the number of cards in his or her hand, and you gain 1 life for each card in your hand. And you get to it pretty quickly. It's a 3-drop with 2 equipped. That's pretty good. Another Phyrexian Juggernaut. Plague Mirror. It's a colorless mana dork, 2/1/1 Infect. That's pretty good. Another Necropede. Sphere of the Sun. It enters the battlefield tapped and with 3 charge counters on it. For each charge counter that you remove every time you tap it, you're going to take 3 turns, unless you have a voltaic key to untap it or something else. You add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. In a way, given that we're 1 day away from the Dominaria pre-release, and Dominaria has sagas, in a way, this is sort of like a saga where the 3 steps are the same. Sort of. Bard Battle Gear. I have a foil of this card somewhere, and the foil is amazing. It's just one of the most beautiful cards I've ever seen. This turns something into a beater for 5. So it gets a +4, -1. Ratchet Bomb. No introduction. It's a great way to board wipe at a specific converted mana cost. So depending on how much you charge it, if you charge it to 2, you'll board wipe the 2 drops. But it also takes out your own creatures. Don't forget that. Core Prowler. It's a 4/2/2 with Infect. And what else does it do? When it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, proliferate. Meaning you add counters to all your creatures. Or counters to anything, actually. So it also applies to planeswalkers. Okay, because it says you choose any number of permanents and or players with counters on them. So that also means Infect counters. It also means energy counters. Now that Kaladesh is in the mix. Haven't really thought about that too much. And you give 1, you boost 1, but you can pick which counters you boost. You don't want to boost your own Infect counters. Piston Sledge. Enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature you control. That's pretty cool. So all you need to do is sacrifice an artifact. That's great. It can be a spell bomb, and you get something. And it's a +3, +1. That's really good. Let me see. And it is a 3-drop. Okay, Signal Pest, 1/0/1. Battle Cry. So when this creature attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1, +0 until end of turn. That's pretty good. And it cannot be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. That's also pretty good. Another Barbed Battle Gear. Okay, Dark Steel Plate is indestructible. An equipped creature is indestructible. It allows you to protect something. That's not bad. Another Ratchet Bomb. Hello. We showed this one already. So these cards are not selected out where I have all of them in the same place. They're all over the place. Phyrexia's Core. Way to gain life. We have 2 of the blue-black. I don't know what these lands are called, but if you don't control enough lands early on, this enters untapped and gives you the mana you need. Inkmoth Nexus. So it becomes a creature with flying and Infect. So that's nice. Put in some Evolving Wilds because I don't have a lot of dual lands in here. Put in their functional equivalents, Terramorphic Expanse for the same reason. And put in some Grottos also so you can have... This is very, very casual mana that I have here. So I think I'm gonna leave. I think I'm starting on blue, so it's a good point. It's a good point to stop.